Absolutely. It does sound like a dream. And I remember when we got our $100,000 AWS credits for the very first time, it honestly felt like a cheat code. But what we didn't realize is that those credits were steering us towards services that were easy to adopt but very hard to leave. It requires tremendous amount of discipline to ensure that your architecture is not over-engineered. And once the credits ran out, our bill jumped to over $20,000 per month, and we were completely locked in. Migrating away wasn't just costly, it was a full-blown engineering project. And it's a trap that most startups don't see it coming. We all talk about tech debt most of the time, we don't talk about infra debt often. And I think that needs to be spoken about a lot. Fair question. See, cloud vendors, AWS, GCP, Azure, everybody else, they have built a lot of services and sticky tools like Lambda. AWS has Lambda, Google has BigQuery, etc., etc. These are very, very good products, very good tools. They are powerful, but they're also proprietary. Means they are only available in that particular cloud provider's interface. You can't just lift and shift your setup. These tools get embedded in your stack, and before you know it, you are dependent. Even services like identity or monitoring get deeply integrated and making the migration very painful. Oh, there are plenty of them. I'll just talk about the top 3 that comes to my mind right now. First is the egress fees. I mean, you think uploading data costs money? Try downloading it. Moving 10 TB out of AWS 3 to the internet is going to cost you 80,000 rupees or about $1,000 just to access your own data. That's pretty much MacBook Air. Very recently, it happened with GCP that somebody had opened up their video file for something. And that video file was just 200 MB, and like most of us think that, yeah, that just open it up, some people are going to use it, and that's it. But that video file got circulated, and that video of 200 MB became so viral or got accessed by so many people, it costed him $100,000 within 24 or 36 hours. Costing him $98,000, about $100,000. And then he had to chase left, right and center, Google team to refund something, if not everything. Thankfully, GCP came around and was able to refund everything, and he was square. But imagine those 2 weeks of running around things and getting the billing alerts do not always trigger properly, and that can lead to such unwanted situations. Second is zombie infra. So for example, your developer killed the EC2 instance but forgot the volume. So that EBS is sitting idly, billing daily. And same with orphan snapshots, unused IPs, everything is silently burning cash. And most companies, especially CEOs or CFOs who typically take care of money, they do not know how to even look for such things. The third is logging bloat. So monitoring is essential. Monitoring is necessary, especially when you're doing something mission critical, you need monitoring. But until your logs have high cardinality fields and no retention limits. So CloudWatch or Datadog can hit $500 per month easy if you don't trim that fat. So check the egress, the cost of the egress, kill the zombies, cap your logs, or just keep wondering where your runway went. If you're not a developer, do ask your developers. Oh yes, massively. Proprietary tools often need certified engineers. This is true for anything. If you have a car, that car certified engineer is going to be required, which always means higher salaries, longer onboarding, and constant training. See, AWS certified engineers or GCP certified engineers or Azure certified engineers can cost 20% more at least. And that's a real ongoing cost most founders forget to plan for. Okay, they can protect themselves via 3 key strategies. So one, my strong recommendation is to use cloud native tools like Kubernetes, Terraform, PostgreSQL, MySQL, etc., etc. as much as you can. I understand there are certain situations where you need to use proprietary tools, but be aware. Make that a conscious choice. Okay. These tools work across providers, which means you can switch between the clouds very easily. Second, model your future cost before you even take the credits. So tools like Zopdev or the AWS pricing calculator or any of the other clouds pricing calculator can help you simulate real world usage and pay some attention. It is just a half-day job or one-day job, but that will definitely pay dividends in the near term. Lastly, track cloud usage daily, not monthly, especially when you're setting up things, especially when you're new, like 1 year in the startup. I think definitely check your cloud usage on a daily basis. With Zopdev, you can flag idle resources early. You can auto scale down, which means you do not have to create resources and wait for it. Security is super tight by default, so the chances of a random rogue file being available online costing you money is also taken away. A lot of other similar best practices are already baked into Zopdev. I mean, if you know what you're doing, please go ahead and set things up. But otherwise, as a CEO, as a CFO, non-techies as well, who need to use the tool or who need to know where the money is going or who need to know how the money is being used, Zopdev provides that interface where you can easily understand how the resources are getting used, or where the money is going, what kind of applications are consuming what kind of money, and so you can create all kind of movement. And so Zopdev gives you enough tools and mechanisms so that you can course correct as early as possible before your runway is all gone. Don't treat free credits as free forever. Build like you are going to scale, because if you do and you have blocked yourself in, it will be a costly and painful wake-up call at the worst time possible. You're trying to keep up with the demand, but your cloud and your infra is all problematic and all your cost structures are gone for a toss. Think of compliance and portability like insurance, the kind that keeps your startup alive. You do not know the kind of companies that have died because they were poorly compliant. So do not take it lightly.